Apparently, I have good kung fu. Stay tuned.
Now, when you drag the top of the planet from the North Pole, the Barber Pole, north 405 miles towards Siberia, that means now everything on the other side, including Alaska, is now how many miles farther south? 405 miles, using this example, correct?
Correct.
Now, I took a lot of heat for that 21 seconds. You would have thought I just said the Earth is flat. And some of you may remember that from my film last year. 2015 is the new 2012. But it was from an interview on the Dr. Hildy show out of Los Angeles in 2014, 2 years ago. And Marc the Arcturian, what in heaven's name is going on? Nope, not that one. 14. That's the one. It has begun. Excuse me, that's your cue. A little background music. Thank you. The point is, the interview was 2 years ago. We were grasping at straws using the data we had at the time, which was sketchy at best, from years before that. Sometimes thousands of years. So it was 50% speculation, 50% postulation, 50% demonstration. Here's a clip I found recently, and I have no idea who this guy is, but it does go to show the great mind thinks alike.
Now we know down in Tampa they had to redesignate the runways, the longitude and the latitude. Remember that, longitude and latitude. And here's Greenland up in here, and we know that the sun rose 2 days early, and right about, I think we're in the middle, right here off the west coast of Greenland, that's where they reported it. Yeah, the sun rose 2 days early in 2011. Since the beginning of recorded history, this is the first time it ever occurred. Remember that as well. What is actually happening is the Earth has moved southeast. Now this is going to show you how Greenland, right here, saw the sun rise 2 days early, and first time ever in recorded history. I'm going to move it southeast as best I can. See, the Earth has slipped southeast, which makes the sun rise here in Greenland 2 days early because it's moved south.
Well, that should about clinch it. I mean, we can't both be wrong. Okay, so anyone can drag a globe around, but he did say one thing that we could verify and use for extremely strong corroborating evidence. You recall what that is? The sun in Greenland rose 2 days early for the first time in history. Is that true? Oh, look at that. Sparking fears that climate change is accelerating. Well, I don't know why it would spark fears, A, and B, I don't know why that spells climate change is accelerating, but let's see. Aha! For the first time in history. Should say recorded history. In the pink at the top, also reported December was much warmer than usual with rainfall instead of snow, recorded for the first time in, however you say that, since records began. Now you're going to start to see that a lot if you haven't already. Unprecedented, never before in recorded history, broke all records. And every time you see something like that, I want you to have little alarm bells going off. Not like, not like, oh my God, fear alarm bells. Another bell like, it's true, it is happening. Now the yellow on the bottom, yeah, that's a good time for those. Temperatures in Greenland have risen 3 degrees Celsius above average. Okay, pop quiz. What is the agreed upon global temperature increase to stay under if we're to sustain human life on planet Earth? Did you say 2 degrees Celsius? Well, see, you're getting good at this stuff. Not only are we failing to meet the 2 degrees Celsius target, we're on track for warming far above 2 degrees Celsius. Now, some of you may have started to notice this figure. Not in the last 11, 12,000 years, 10,800 years, which just happens to coincide with the last time we came out of our mini ice age, which just happens to coincide with the last time we came out of the photon belt. Not a coincidence. This is exactly what they told us would happen. This is a shot of the North Pole sea surface temperatures from 2014. The star is the North Pole, little blue splash, Greenland. That dark maroon you're looking at is 2 to 4 degrees Celsius above average already. And those are from 2014. 2016, record summer temperature broken again in Greenland. And between 2003 and 2010, the ice mass disappeared twice as fast during those 7 years as during the entire 20th century. Yup, exactly. There are some other things our esteemed scientists are saying. If you see the date, the sun rose 2 days early in Greenland, 1/11/11. I'll have to cover 11/11 in a different film. Some scientists believe the melting ice sheets is what caused the phenomenon. Okay, they're half right, maybe a quarter right. It is related to the melting of the ice sheets, but the melting ice sheets did not cause the phenomenon. The melting ice sheets don't cause anything. The melting ice sheets are an effect of them getting more sun where they didn't used to. The warmer waters of El Nino are a joke. They didn't cause anything. The warmer waters of El Nino are an effect of the shift. The best demonstration, maybe in 2015 is the new 2012, immediately after I dragged the globe 405 miles south. Watch.
That means now everything on the other side, including Alaska, is now how many miles farther south? 405 miles, using this example, correct?
Correct.
This would give Alaska a record heat wave in the winter, similar temperatures to those of Arizona. Then you would have San Francisco, now 405 miles south, which would put you right at San Diego, where the tuna crabs used to swim, and the sea slugs that are washing up. This would put the Oregon sea lions, the California sea lions in Oregon, 405 miles south, back in the San Francisco Bay. This answers every single question that they won't tell you on mainstream news. There's not one of these issues that isn't attributable to where you live is now in a different place than where you used to live.
Plug that into your own formula in your head, come up with one current Earth anomaly you couldn't attribute to a shift in the planet. Now I'm going to take it one step further. The shift didn't cause any of this either. The shift itself is an effect of... Oh, that's the $7 million question, isn't it? Let's run through their top list of theories on why the sun rose 2 days early. Number 1, is it melting ice sheets being caused by global warming? Yes and no, still incorrect. The question itself is nonsensical. Are melting ice sheets being caused by global warming? Yes. Did the sun rise early in Greenland due to the melting ice sheets being caused by global warming? I'm going to go with no. Yes, they are related. It does have something to do with the melting ice sheets, but that's just the beginning. Columbia Glacier, Canada, I believe. Let me slow that down. 84, 97, 06, 2011. Oops, no more Columbia Glacier. Yes, you did. Here's why they're saying the melting ice sheets caused the sun to rise 2 days early. They're saying the ice was so tall, it blocked out that sun. They melted, and now they have a lower horizon. And I'm not buying it. If you are, more power to you. But let's check it out. Here is the view from Ulisat Greenland. Sounds Nordic for illusion to me. This is looking due south, and that strip right below Eulosat, they're saying was so tall it blocked out the sun. Yeah, if the glaciers were as tall as the Rocky Mountains, maybe. But not that little ice field melting. I'm still not buying it. Here's my favorite. Wolfgang Leonard, director of the Department of Geophysics at the Central Institute for Meteorology in Vienna. Does that even fit on a business card? Ice crystals in the air are creating a mirage phenomenon known as a sundog. Oh, criminy, Wolfgang. You aren't going to pull the old sundog trick out of the closet and drag it around the room again, are you? How dumb do they think we are? Well, very, apparently. What's next? Flying houses? Huh, see? I knew it. Wow, I haven't even released that yet, and it's got over 3 million views. That's the way to do it. Isn't Photoshop wonderful? Hey, this one doesn't have far to go. Jump! Fly! Honey, you're sleeping by the wall tonight? Here's one you haven't heard. Global warming is making the Earth tilt on its axis, pushing the North Pole towards London. Okay, they're half right. India is using so much water out of the groundwater and the aquifer, losing mass. Water's very heavy, pushing the North Pole in an easterly direction towards London. No, no, and no! The North Pole isn't moving. The Earth shifting is dragging London closer to the North Pole. Oh, come on, what's the difference? Big difference! Atlantis never sank. The water rose over it. Oh, come on, Marco, what's the difference? Big difference! Big difference. Big difference. Yes, it may be. And this one's right out of the good book. A third part of the creatures, which were in the sea and had life, died. To echo what Jacques Cousteau already said in the 70s, the oceans are dying, the Pacific especially. And any Marc the Arcturian fan knows what comes next. I want you to look at the date at the top this movie was set in, some 40 years ago. That's a mere 5 years from now. Rather prophetic given the current circumstances, don't you think? But why wait? Order yours today. This is not Photoshop. You can freeze frame that and go to the web address at the top, soylent.com. And as you can see, it's made for you and me out of all natural ingredients, like you and me. Gives whole new meaning to the term people food. Number 4, you gotta love it. Was the sun just reflecting off the ice and water? Oh, seriously. Now, don't you notice they conveniently left off the most logical theory of all? Earth moved! Now, there is a number 6. And as usual, I, Marc the Arcturian, have deduced the actual reason. The sun rose 2 days early on 1/11/11 in Greenland. Turns out, it was just a lens flare.
Stay tuned.
Just look at all we squoze out of 2 30-second clips, and the best may be yet to come. During production of this film, I've found 100% proof, undeniable evidence. Even Neil deGrasse Tyson himself cannot debunk that this is all true and happening right on schedule. But I see we're out of time, so here's some scenes from Earth 2016, Part 3.
I'd say it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
2012, big movie came out. So now we have this idea it happens like that in one day, right? Big cataclysm. Oh, we'll get there, don't worry, but right now it's slow. It's just like you left the water on in the bathtub a little too long and it's overflowing a little. and it's rising slowly. Then comes 2012 date. And the entire world knew that on 12/21/12, the world was going to end. Dun, dun, dun. That's how it was played out. And the movie 2012 certainly furthered that idea that it was going to all happen in one day, Armageddon, floods, quakes, etc. That it would all happen in 24 hours, one day. And though we will get to those days with great upheavals and cataclysmic events, and if anyone can't see that that's the progression we're going, then we just have been living in a rock or spending too much time on Facebook or watching pet yawning videos.
Stay tuned.
In other words, if you took the movie 2012, but you spread it out over 10 years, 2012 is happening now playing everywhere, as Earth's timeline is rapidly approaching event date.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
The polar flip. Apparently the whole thing only lasts about 17 minutes. The earliest recorded human civilization, the Sumerians, Samaritans, Egyptians, 3100 BC, or one Mayan cycle, 5,127 years ago. Earliest recorded human history. Is that because humans didn't exist before that? No. It's because every piece of recorded history we had before that was wiped out the last time this happened.
This has been an Earth 2016 special report. I'm Marc the Arcturian. Doom and gloom is next over most of these stations.
I'd say it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.